Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Hello.
And we got Big Mike.
What's up, guys? I got no rhymes. That's all.
Well, you're on summer vacation, so
yeah,
congratulations. Another year of teaching. How many years is that for you, by the way? So
I just finished year 20.
Wow.
Wow. Jesus.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so.
It is scary. Older than some people we watch wrestle, so...
And still... Still probably didn't halfway to retirement either.
No, sadly not.
Person being a teacher. No.
Thanks for bringing that up, buddy. Appreciate
Look,
it.
I only know because my wife's teacher as well.
No, I know. But, you know.
It's a pain in the ass to think about.
Could have waited for that till, like, August.
I know, but... treat teachers
also,
better, Texas, please. Come on. Yeah. Everywhere in this country would be nice, you know? So,
Yeah,
I mean...
It also hit me that I've been at North Vista 8 years as of March.
Dang.
I completely didn't realize it until someone asked me, because we had a meeting today about stuff coming up, and someone asked, "How long have you worked here?" I was like, 7. Oh no, wait, this is year 8. Oh my god, I don't know why. I don't know how 7.
2, 3. Wait a minute.
Like, look. It's like the first time someone asked me was like last year. I was like, I started here in 2017. Oh my god.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Sorry we're starting a bit late, but it was
What's up,
game
Rachel?
one of the Women's College World Series Softball Championship Series. The Horns win game 1 2-1 over Texas Tech. Hell of a game. So game 2 tomorrow night. Anyway, today we're going to be talking all about TNA Against All Odds. We're going to talk about WWE Worlds Collide and WWE Money in the Bank. And there's going to be a lot of WWE to talk about, especially with the recent news as well. But let's just kind of get right into it. Bigger than any news story that has broken this year is the fact that R-Truth announced that he has been released from WWE. No, this was not for a press release, but
my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day was ruined.
Yes, easily an uproar among the wrestling community. Whoever it is you support, whether it's WWE, TNA, AEW, New Japan. We all agree
no one was happy about this.
No, we all
Not
agree.
a single person was happy about this.
No.
We all agree that R-Truth is a national treasure and should be protected at all costs, much like Betty White was. Rest in peace.
Yeah, agreed.
Look, easy storytelling. Wherever he ends up, he's going to debut and say, I'm still in WWE. He's going to just think he's still in WWE for some reason, you know?
And you know what? He deserves it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care how many jokes they make. Let them make them.
See, I don't know. Like, I know that's the joke everyone's saying, but, like, I don't want to give WWE the, the stuff for that. Like, I want him to stick it to them, honestly. But, I mean...
I just happen to be in TNA and be like, I feel like I've been here before, you know?
That would be better.
If he becomes Wrong the Truth Killings again and cuts a promo like if you guys have ever seen this promo, cut with
Hermie Sadler and the NASCAR racers?
No, Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about his first promo, and where he just let it all out. I'm all for that.
It's been pretty wild. Kind of everyone's like keen on that, but Lost in the Shuffle, Carlito was also let go. He's kind of landed on his feet already, winning a title in somewhere. I think in Puerto Rico.
Where his dad's company.
Yeah, it was WWC.
Yeah. And Sarah, what's her name? Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah, World Wrestling Council, I think is the name.
Yeah.
But
so she's been let go, and then quietly on the side of things, just kind of a sign of things to come. The Miz has removed all references to WWE from his Twitter profile, if you keep up with that. And Gunther's removed all references to wrestling from his profile on Twitter. So,
if we lose Gunther from wrestling totally because of this, WWE has screwed up majorly. So
yeah.
Again, and the thing too, like if it is the Miz, if it is that he's leaving as well, like there is not a person on their roster, save maybe John Cena, and he's not going to be there longer apparently because he's
No.
not retiring, who will do anything for that company, media-wise, show-wise. Like, that man busts his ass to get to WWE, has done everything they've ever asked of him.
Yep.
And then just like at the end, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna let you go."
We're not going to renew your contract. That's basically what this is. There's no big announcement. There's nothing. They're just quietly letting their contract run out. They're letting him go. Apparently, R-Truth was offered a contract, but it was much less than what he's making.
That's according to what, Jonathan Coachman or something. It could be, but I don't know.
But at this point, anything out there, right? I mean, when the news came out about R-Truth, we thought
it was a work.
Real? Is it
Yeah,
work?
I thought it was a work.
Well, it was on June 1st, so people were like, "Is he making some sort of like mistaking April 1st joke?" And stuff like that I saw, but
2 months later, he's doing April Fools or something,
And I'll say this: we live in a backwards world where WWE screwed up when I agree with anything Vince Russo says.
Yeah.
And I agreed with him what he said about this with R-Truth, and I was like, "This is a sick world," because I agree with Vince Russo.
It does make you feel really crappy to have to.
Did I see correctly?
We're the worst timeline.
They were trying to mute out chants for R-Truth too during Raw. Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, they tried. Yeah, they because they chanted.
They also, and I'm sure people are complaining about this, but apparently when Rhea showed up, she had an R-Truth on, a shirt on, and they made her take it off, which is why she was only in the red sports bra during the show, which I'm sure most people were like completely happy with, but apparently they were telling people like, you can't wear R-Truth shirts because obviously everyone wanted to do that. So
shit, just wear the freaking armband that he always wore when he wrestled. That'd be a good tribute. Shout out to Dom Mysterio for wearing a "That's Not Cool" shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I think he snuck that in because it was underneath that other shirt.
Right, his flannel.
His flannel. Yeah.
And it's funny, people are pointing out, without Carlito, there's no TV, there's no PS5 because he took that sucker with him.
And honestly, can you blame him? Like, no, if I'm leaving, I'm taking my stuff.
Yeah.
Smart. Got the PS5 with all the DLC before he left. There you go.
She did. I saw a picture with a True shirt. Nice. Okay.
I'm sure you did, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that quote from Denzel Washington. I'm leaving with something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm leaving with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
I think you said this before the show, and you had said it before on the show, Mike, about what point is the honeymoon period gonna stop for WWE?
And
it's gone. Triple H taking over creatively. It's gotten a lot better. But now, is this the point where we say, okay, the honeymoon is over, right?
I mean, I said it a while ago, but I think more regular and casual fans are starting to see it more often. I've seen more people online complain about the format of pay-per-views, the excess of ads, the long wasted time between matches. I feel like it's definitely moving towards that way. On top of like the BS of WrestleMania and The Rock, like once again swooping in to make the story about him, and then, oh no, I didn't want to take it away from people. Like, I think there's a lot of things that are going against them at the moment. So,
big time for sure. Yeah. We're learning the hard way what TKO is really about, and it's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that this happens along with the rumors that apparently Vince McMahon has already started up a new media company under his name. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
Predators that's a movie. Never mind. I'm sorry.
I was saying,
I don't know what the name of it is, but Coachman kind of
point.
started rumors that Vince was going to try WWE back, and I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. This is a bit of a cash cow for TKO, but the signs were there. All of a sudden, WrestleMania is not New Orleans anymore. It's potentially back in Vegas, even though they haven't formally announced that.
Yeah.
And now they're making a lot of cost-cutting things. R-Truth was just in the main event of Saturday Night's main event against John Cena.
Thank you.
The Ron Cena shirt was one of the best-selling ones.
Yeah.
Then they took it off. I don't know if you heard that. They took it off from WWE.
Which is crap because he was making you money. They just don't want to pay him the royalties, I guess.
No,
so,
it's not on there anymore.
That's crap. Watch that be on Pro Wrestling.
Can I ask them one thing? If you're going to do these things, can we stop cheer or expecting us to cheer every time you're at a show and go, we just want to announce that this is the highest gate we've had at this arena, the the most money we've made here. Like, if you're going to tell us repeatedly over and over and over how much money you're making, when people talk about how much tickets were at WrestleMania, don't tell me you need to cut costs, because it's BS.
Yeah, and believe me, at this point, fans, if you're really upset about this, make sure TKO learns the hard way how much power you really have. I don't care if they mute you. Start training for our truth. Let's get more signs like we had at Raw that said, if truth isn't re-signed, we riot. Like, those little things you can...
Hijack Raw. Let's go back to those days.
You know, we wondered when they chanted for CM Punk for years when he left, how long are they going to chant for our truth before he comes back?
I hope it's a while. By the way, what's up, Burnsy? Sean, thanks for joining us.
What's up, Burnsy?
Angel, no way. You saw the Rhea and Stephanie segment. I am shocked.
Yeah.
I am completely shocked.
By the way, as much as I love CM Punk, if I'm going to chant for one or the other, it's going to be our truth all the way. By the way, just make this clear.
I don't doubt it. It's going to be our truth chants up like CM Punk level at this point, and I don't think Seth Rollins will be mad about it if he debuts at Survivor Series years down the road.
I will chant for Punk as long as they just allow him to continue to do promos solely against The Rock and John Cena, because I love those more than anything. Yeah. Jeff Cobb is big bones. Sean, stop insulting people. We'll kick you out of here, buddy.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know, because first he just said, man, he is big bone. Then he said, Jeff Cobb is big bone.
I was like, is he talking about me? What the hell's going on here?
There's 3 choices in here, so.
Yeah, I know. So. All right. On top of that, we did have a death somewhat related to the wrestling world and a bit local celebrity here in San Antonio. Jonathan Joss, best known as the voice of John Redcorn in King of the Hill series, was murdered this past weekend here in San Antonio. Obviously, if you live in San Antonio, if you don't know, these reports have come out. His husband basically was a statement this was a feud with the neighbor they had. Their house had burned down last January. They had lost their dogs. They came to check on Mel. Go, please, go. And came back, and that guy was feuding, especially in the middle of Pride Month, for that guy to be saying a lot of
beginning of Pride Month, beginning
of Pride Month,
a
lot of alleged homophobic slurs, and they got into a little fight or argument, took out a gun and killed him. Joss, for his part, protected his husband, pushed him out of the way. Funny part is I saw the news of the shooting, but they didn't confirm who the victims were. The next day they confirmed who it was, and I was like, wow. Personal memory of Joss, I met him years ago at a BOW show. This is when Ray the Voice was running BOW.
Really?
A long time ago, yeah. And he had come out, he's a friend of Ray's, and got to talk to him. And for all the celebrity status that he had, because King of the Hill, this is funny, because just announced the reboot, too. Yeah, and I think he had already done his voice work for it as well. For all the celebrity status he had back then, because he was like, he's such a humble guy, such a nice guy. Took his time to sign autographs, take pictures. I'm trying to find the picture. It's probably saved somewhere on an old hard drive from like my MySpace account. Honestly, that's how long ago I was when I met him. But really, for the celebrity status he had, he's very humble. Just was kind of in awe that people knew who he was and knew how popular he was, and how we don't get a lot of celebrities in San Antonio. Like outside of the San Antonio Spurs, and if any of them are married to actresses or something like that, that's about all we really have here in the city of San Antonio. So
we had Del Rio for a while, but
yeah, right. So and Shawn Michaels, obviously, of course, but for him, I mean, it's sad. He was a very big representation of this city, and it's a horrible tragedy.
Yeah.
So I rest in peace to Jonathan Joss. Thoughts to his family.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever met him at Comic-Cons or wrestling shows or something like that, but I don't know if you guys can recall ever meeting him or talking to him. So I never
have, but I know a lot of people
got to.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Also, Angel, happy Pride. I mean, I don't think we celebrate as members of Pride, but we are definitely allies, and we accept everyone here on the WrestleCast and in the Geekcast. So we accept all people here. It's nothing but love and wrestling.
Yep.
Yep. So, on All right. I don't think there's any other local wrestling news.
Well, you have the United 210 update on here, so I do want to throw out.
Okay.
They do have. I don't know if y'all talked about this last time. I don't know if it was out yet. I don't remember, but they do have a new location for their June 13th show. It's what they're affectionately calling the War Pit. I don't know if I should say affectionately.
It's wrestling. It's affectionately.
Did y'all?
we
talk
talked about it, but they
talked about
hadn't. They hadn't confirmed the name of it. Sustache came on the chat and kind of gave us some hints about where it is.
Did y'all talk about the location?
He
gave us hints.
He didn't confirm it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
Gave us hints of where it's
So
located.
it's on their socials now. It's on 281 South. It's 14524 US 281 South, San Antonio, Texas 78221. So basically, go down south around 410. Take a right like you're going to Southside High School, but it's way before you get there.
It's like by the TJ Maxx distribution center there, right? Everything.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, what's up? Go to bed.
I drove past there a lot when I subbed at Southside.
And I drove there, like every day for 5 years while I worked at Southside. It's,
Are y'all live?
Yes, we're live. Why are you asking that question? Of course we're live. See, it says live up there.
Oh.
Okay. Go to bed.
Oh, yeah, son, that's right.
Oh yeah.
There's also the news that Samantha Irvin returned to Raw. So that,
Yes. Okay.
I don't know if that was just like,
Okay.
Okay, good night.
that almost felt racist, but then again, a little
You know
bit.
what? I'm going to throw this out there. Speaking of doppelgangers, and I was going to save this for my women in warning, but I think it's worth. You mentioned this Samantha Irving and Alejandro Leon thing. This is just funny. I'm opening up a tweet from Tony Khan. I don't think you guys have seen this yet.
Yeah, I saw this.
So obviously, as you know, Tony Khan's father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jags just signed Trenton Irwin. Tony Khan tweeted, "Welcome to the Jags, Trenton Irwin. There's something very familiar about you, and if you can't figure it out, let me zoom this picture in for you. There is something very familiar about this guy."
is that the kicker, baby?
Yeah. The best part about this is MJF's response. I don't know why, but I hate this guy.
I didn't see that part. That's pretty funny.
Oh my god!
If they don't do some kind of angle with this sometime in the future, I'm going to be disappointed because they need to.
Somebody already added the Spider-Man meme here, baby.
They need to do twin magic with these two.
Maybe not a finger, but a thumb. Somebody said they put the boom. See, I love the internet sometimes. But yeah,
I saw one comment. It said, "Adam Cole versus Trent Irwin, book it and never look back."
Oh, fantastic! But yeah, Alejandro Leon shows up on Raw. Everyone thinking it's Samantha Irving, which is hilarious.
Because also, just logically, why would she come back to be a medic in a backstage?
Just to make a cameo, right?
But shout out to Alejandro too, because the show was like in Oklahoma or something. So she actually drove up there
in Tulsa
to be a part of that. Yeah.
So, and they had to survive a tornado warning last night, by the way, too, for people that were up there. So yeah, craziness. So I just wanted to share. That's hilarious. So
that is funny.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to get into the shows we have this weekend? Because there's a good amount.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure. All right. Yeah, I know. We might take some guesses. Let's start with Against All Odds, TNA's TNA Plus event. And 6 matches on the card here for this one. Quick question. Does our Ron the Truth Killings debut at Against All Odds?
I hope not.
I'm going to say no only because they just said his contract's not being renewed, and we're not sure when that's official. I haven't heard anything if it was official.
Okay.
So I would hesitate to say yes.
And also after everybody else they got rid of, no, they don't deserve Ron the Truth Killings. So no. So
okay. So, I mean, it's one way for him to say semi-involved with WWE because he could just come in and go all ape shit in NXT. So Yeah. But anyway, 6 matches on the card, and we're starting with Santino Marella versus Robert.
Why do they have so many matches?
Yeah, right.
That's good. That is good. That's good.
The winner of this match is the official TNA Director of Authority.
So here's the thing.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I know.
No, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
would it shock you for WWE to put their guy in and get a cheap win over him and have Robert Stone the new
What? They would never.
I mean,
What?
my first thought was obviously Santino until I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Another thing for WWE to be like, oh, let's just toss
Look,
him
I'm
in
going
there.
with Santino. There's a lot of heat right now for the fact that a non-TNA wrestler holds the TNA championship.
I know.
And so I'm going with Santino. TNA's booking this shit, so it better be Santino at this point.
Well,
I
you guys
honestly,
agree?
I kind of doubt it. Though. I can't lie.
Oh,
I was like, did they not book their own championship match? Or
apparently not.
yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't remember there being this much heat on Kenny Omega when he won the TNA championship either. So this is kind of crazy. But
No, Kenny Omega
There
got.
was some.
No, but like not as much though. And I agree with what Jason's saying because, but even then, when Omega got heat, it was while some of it was like legit. We're mad at this heat. It was also because he was the legitimate heel, and Don Callis betrayed TNA to help him and all that. So no, that heat was actually like kind of good. So
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all going Santino on this one.
I'm sorry.
So.
I'm looking at the scroll. Is it called the Mullet Arena?
Yeah. That's what it's called.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what?
Maybe this has
been earned a little bit of respect back. Hold on. Maybe
this is basically the arena on Arizona State University. It's the basketball arena, a little basketball arena they have next to the football stadium. So, but that's the
okay. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe this event has some respect after all. Never mind.
Small group, seats about 5,000 people, so it's going to be loud and crazy in there. I've seen the arena. I mean, granted, I know school's not in session, but I'm sure some of those Arizona State students are going to come and drink and everything. It's a big party school. So.
Well, they didn't pass during the semester, so they have to take summer schools.
Wow.
As hot as it is going to be there. So, yeah. All right. Joe Hendry is facing Frankie Kazarian.
You got to give something back to Hendry, right?
It's got to be
Right?
Hendry, right? Everyone's thinking Hendry. So,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Seems easy enough, right? There on that one. All right. International Championship. Steve Macklin against Mance Warner. Tommy, what do you got?
I got Macklin because I like Mance like legitimately, but I think they're gonna let Steve Macklin hold on to it for a while.
All right, Mike.
I'm gonna go with Macklin too.
Okay.
Oh, JC,
You're
JC?
buzzing again. I think so.
Yeah, it's JC.
Because I hear it too. Let's take over. Can he fix it?
Yes.
Can he
apparently WWE doesn't like me talking shit about him. All
right.
Yeah.
If that was the case, they just disconnected my internet whenever we get on the show. So
yeah,
I'm going Steve Macklin as well. Tag team championships: Nemeth Brothers versus the Rascals, this is going to be interesting. Nick and Ryan Nemeth against Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. Mike, what do you got?
I'm gonna stick with the Nemeth Brothers. Not a full confidence, but I think I'm gonna stick with them for now.
Same for me. It's rare when a title changes hands on a TNA Plus special. So
yeah,
this one's just kind of like 2 weeks worth of build-up, so you gotta have a little more than that. So I'm gonna stick with the Nemeth Brothers. Tommy?
same here.
All right. I feel like we're all gonna agree on a lot of these here, so we'll see. Knockouts Championship. This one, honestly, of all the matches, this one's probably had the most build-up. Masha Slamovich defending against Lei Ying Lee, a.k.a. Xia Li from NXT fame. So, Tommy, where are you going?
You know what? I'm gonna go with the rule that we usually have. Until Masha loses, I'm not betting against her. Masha Slamovich.
Okay. Mike?
Same. I'm gonna stick with Masha.
I am as well, but I would not be surprised if Lei Ying Lee ends up winning the championship.
I wouldn't be either, but I'm gonna go with her until she loses.
Yeah. And then finally, the TNA Championship. Trick Williams, after a successful title defense on NXT last night over Mike Santana, is defending against Elijah. I really hope Elijah sings a great song for this one. So, but I think Trick Williams is going to retain. I think right now it's very early in the storyline, and if he's going to lose it to anybody, it's got to be Joe Hendry. I think Joe Hendry's got to get a shot back. Redemption. So.
Why? Because he's just losing it to another NXT superstar.
So.
And okay, what is the point
Of win it?
of giving it to Trick? Like if you're so dead set on the NXT brand being the place where just put him on the main roster then. Okay, sorry. I'm just this. I was letting this go, but the R-Truth news has just ruined my entire mood when it comes to WWE.
I know. Well, yeah, I'm going with Trick. Tommy, you're going with Trick, I assume.
Sure. Who cares?
Mike.
Yeah.
So we agree on all.
Yeah, because who cares at this point? Who really, like what does it actually matter?
Yeah.
I think you know what? I think I'm so kind of like checked out with anything WWE like booking wise right now. I'm just like, who cares? It's like, what does it even freaking matter?
Well, it's okay. At least they haven't kept wrestlers who are not actually injured off TV for storyline reasons.
Yeah. Okay. So Omos still has a job. No offense to him, by the way. I got nothing against Omos, legitimately, but he still has a job.
But they've allowed him to travel and wrestle. That's the weird thing.
But they allowed him to go to Japan, recalled him from Japan, taking him out of the storyline he was in Japan, and put him backstage to do nothing.
I was talking about Bailey.
Oh.
I can go on a rant about Bailey if you want me to. Want me to go on a rant about Bailey? I can go on a rant about Bailey.
No, I'll stick to my Bailey rant. It's okay.
Okay, I can do one for Bailey too. Don't
They're
worry.
partying for somebody's birthday on a yacht, so at least you got to do that, So, yeah.
I mean, I think she could still be on TV and party on a yacht. I'm assuming.
The amount of money I would have been willing to spend to be on that yacht, y'all don't understand. Anyway,
no, I think I do understand.
All right. Well, TNA Against All Odds, Friday, June 6th, 7 p.m. Central Time, from the Mullet Arena, great name, in Tempe, Arizona, on the campus of Arizona State University. Watch this one exclusively on TNA Plus.
Real quick before we go on, I'm watching a Collision right now on Max, and the Outrunners came out in luchador masks as Los Outrunners. Give those guys all of the money.
Yeah.
The same.
They're teaming with Bandito. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
The same people who love Grande Americana are going to complain about this. So don't worry.
Yeah.
You know what those people are? Not Hispanic.
Oh, I'm going to say racist.
But see, at least with the Outrunners, they're okay. Let me rephrase this. They're in on the joke, but then again, so is Chad Gable. The problem is people who don't get it. So yeah, but yeah. I'm not even really mad at Chad Gable because I'm glad he's getting exposure. I just hate how they're giving it to him.
I know, yeah, that's my point. Like, I know you're saying that, but why can you not get Chad Gable over?
I don't know, but hey, at least he did land Grande Americano his wrestling boots for his Money in the Bank qualifying match on Raw. He did confirm that on Twitter too, by the way. So.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope that man doesn't win Money in the Bank. I really wouldn't be able to stand myself if that happened.
Well, we'll get to pick that later. But for now, let's talk about the first show that's happening on that day. And believe it or not, this one's free for everybody, guys. As long as you got internet. WWE Worlds Collide.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
They bought an entire promotion.
Oh, speaking of luchadors, we got the Stank one in the chat.
Oh. God. Why? I thought my night couldn't get worse.
What's up, Nastico?
Nastico's here.
I thought something smelled in San Antonio, and you're probably not even in San Antonio.
Yeah, no, that thing can fly right down I-35 in an instant. It's amazing. It breaks the laws of physics. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway.
Burnsy's talking about Nastico too, so that's crazy.
Yeah, apparently. Worlds Collide, a first official joint event between WWE and AAA. Even though WWE now owns AAA, they're promoting it as a crossover event.
Okay, let's go on before I go off on a tangent that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay. Anyway, 5 matches on this card. We had the limit.
Ooh, that's a big
Enough?
WWE
Ooh,
card.
Wow.
You know, so. First question is, I told you this was going to be free. You can watch this event on WWE's YouTube channel. That's where it's going to be broadcast. You can switch the audio between English and Spanish, by the way.
So the Mexican wrestling doesn't get like even the Peacock treatment. We're just going to be like, here, take it on YouTube.
No, I think it was
That's
announced too
cool.
late, so they couldn't get on the Peacock. But you do at least get to choose whether you want English or Spanish audio on this one. YouTube settings, by the
If
way.
Chad Gable's doing the Spanish announcing, I'm out.
Yeah.
So.
My question is, will this have more or less ads than Money in the Bank?
How would there be a difference?
I want to say less just because they're just on YouTube. It's not like they're one of their main things. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Guess we'll have to see, right? So.
We'll see.
Starting with the first match, Legado de Fantasma.
Oh, maybe they'll have the Whataburger commercial with Key.
That will redeem it.
That could be good. That could be good. Some of those ads get regional too, yeah. So, taking on Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown. 6-man tag.
Wait.
What?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie because I haven't watched in a while. Which Hispanic faction is Joaquin Del Toro in?
LWO.
Okay, I thought I saw he was being replaced for some reason by an actual luchador.
I think he is because I think he got injured.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But I honestly couldn't remember if he was. No, Phantasmo's the cousins, right?
Phantasmo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Phantasmo is Angel Berto and Santos Escobar.
Yeah. And for me, I'm going with the team that actually has a name, so I'm going to go with Legado de Fantasma on this one. You guys agree with that logic? You know?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what? Screw it. It's a WWE pay-per-view. I don't care anymore because
WWE's really hard up though because
It's not even a pay-per-view, it's free.
they have to let a Mexican team win. And they don't usually like doing that. So
watch it be time limit draw.
You know what? Since this matters not, I'm going to go with the AAA luchadors of El Hijo de Dr. Wagner, Pagano, and Psycho Clown. Because who doesn't like a Psycho Clown?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I just feel bad for the guys in AAA who are clearly going to be buried because of this deal.
Probably.
You think they're gonna have two referees in this match? Don't they usually do that in AAA, or is that CMLL? I'm trying to remember.
What's it again?
Are they going to have two referees in this match? I can't remember if that was AAA or CMLL that does two referees.
I thought both companies did that sometimes.
Did both of them do it? Okay,
I thought that was just a thing in Mexico. Like sometimes every now and again they did that.
Mexico, we don't know, could fill a book. Oh, wait a minute. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow, that wasn't a good
I
comeback.
know.
We're on summer vacation, so.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer and Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Dailies.
Chick Tormenta has actually been to San Antonio before.
I know. I remember the name. I don't remember if I've seen her though. I can't remember.
I think. Do you have a picture with her somewhere?
Is her name really Dailies? Like, is that the way it's pronounced? I feel like it's
Maybe
not.
it's Dallas.
I feel like that would be more closer.
Probably.
Dallas
I
La
honestly don't
Carabeña.
know.
Spanish for the Caribbean girl. I don't know.
Psycho Clown, that would make you a payaso. Or payasa. That's all I remember from RTC in sophomore year.
Yeah.
Payaso.
Chick Tormenta. When was? Oh, 2013 was the last time I met her. Damn, that was a long time ago. It was RCW.
I'm gonna go with Vaquer and Lola Vice on this one. Mike, what about you?
Same. I love the fact that Stephanie needed to get a partner, and there's several other women on WWE, but like it had to be a Latina wrestler because this is Worlds Collide. So we had to throw Lola Vice, who I don't think she's been doing anything for a while.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, Tommy, what about you?
Yeah, Stephanie and Lola because I love Lola, so yeah.
Okay.
And I love
Not
Stephanie.
I was just saying, not Stephanie.
No, I was just sorry. I told you I'm mentally checked out, bro. So
No, it's fine. But honestly, it throws me off when people just call her Stephanie instead of Akir because I'm still PTSD'd from Stephanie McMahon, and I'm like, whoa, why are we saying nice things? Oh, Stephanie Vakir. Okay, all right, cool, yeah, okay, gotcha. I was like, ooh, careful there.
All right, another 6-man tag because why not? AAA is involved. Latino World Order and Lince Dorado taking on Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana.
Oh, don't ruin Aerostar, please, man. Damn it. He's one of my favorite luchadors, bro. Like legitimately.
Which is probably
Well, then how do you think they go with this one then? As you mentioned, I think Cruz del Toro took over due to injury, so he's teaming with Dragon Lee on the LWO side of things. But
Yeah, and they have actually, and one I looked it up. They have Lindsay Dorado on their side too.
yeah, Lince Dorado's on
Yeah.
there. Mhm. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Jeez. You know what? I'm picking. You know what? Screw it. Let me just be wrong. I'm gonna pick Octagon Jr., Mr. Iguana, and Aerostar because I like Aerostar, dude. I legitimately love that dude's style of wrestling, bro. Like when I first saw him, it was a PWG match. I legit thought like he botched a move, but no, he just like wasn't doing it like other people were doing it. I was like, that guy's okay with me. So it's like he does like a senton, but like he'll like get on the outside of the ropes and he jumps backwards, but instead of like doing like a moonsault, he just like kind of like freezes his body mid-air and just falls back.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that move that Logan Paul invented. So
I hate that video so much. Dude, I mean, the amount of rage I had when I saw that, I was like, I would punch that man in the face if I had the opportunity. Like I would.
We need to take Tommy to a rage room and just write like WWE things all over the stuff that he gets to break.
At this point, yeah. Okay, you know what? Here's the thing. That video made me mad, but then like the thing like the next day was the R-Truth stuff, and then I was like, I kind of felt like that one scene in Straight Outta Compton when they arrested everybody for doing at the police when they were putting Dre in like fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your grandma.
I know this isn't going to make you feel any better or change anything, but that video has actually been around for several weeks. So
yeah. I know, but I just saw it.
Yeah.
Tommy was just bad when he saw it. So
yeah, but see, Logan Paul's been around for several years, and I haven't liked him in a while. So it's the same thing. So,
liked him in a while insinuates you did like him at some point.
I actually did tolerate him once upon a time, and I regret that ever being a point in my life.
Yeah. Well, Mike, who are you picking on this one?
LWO.
All right.
I think you saw Angel's comment.
Yes. Although I'm still going to say, WWE, if you want to get some points back, introduce the Polygon faction. You got Pentagon Jr., you got Octagon Jr. here. Throw them all up there. Get in Decagon, get in Nonagon, get in Dodecagon as the leader. That's the 12-sided shape. Go for it.
Yeah.
Just throw them together.
Mike, they're not going to debut until Pi Day, March 14th of this next year. Just telling you.
PWO, Polygon World Order.
Wow.
Debuting March 14th, 2026.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Don't be cowards, WWE. Do it.
I would respect them if they did that. I'm not even going to lie.
Do it.
At 305 because it's 3.14159. Yeah. I'm sorry. It was there.
It was.
Tommy, I'm going to go with you on this one. I'm actually going to go with Aerostar, Octagon Jr., and Mr. Iguana. I think they got to give the AAA guys something here. It's can't be all WWE.
They got to give them something.
And this is what they want to give them, So, yeah.
Angel, I wouldn't be their manager. I would be their professor. So.
Yeah. So, professor.
That's not bad, actually. Hold on. That's clever. Mm-hmm. That's good, Mike. Nice.
I have ideas every now and then. Sometimes they make it on shirts and posters. So
yeah,
Robert Ridley is the thing right now, and that's because of you. So.
As was since day one for Denise.
Day one, you're right. Yeah, man, Mike.
Nice.
You gotta call JT LaMotta. There's a new mind of wrestling in town.
Oh, dude, I wonder what he's up to.
Oh, he's good. Every now and then I message him. Every now and then I message him on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Every now and then, when the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche are playing each other, him and I are talking shit on Facebook. That's pretty extensive our discussion there. And Mavericks and Spurs, obviously, yeah. So, yeah.
I love the fact that, like, half the reason you keep up with these old wrestlers is to talk shit in sports with them, like with Homicide.
Oh, believe me, when the whole Astros thing and the Yankees, me inside, just back and forth, for sure.
I can only imagine how Homicide was during that time.
I haven't seen him in person since COVID, and I want to talk about this with him, and I can't. So it's crazy. I hope his recovery's going well too.
I hope he's doing okay. He deserves it because he's one of the legit greatest guys in pro wrestling.
He is. He really is. So. All right, NXT North American Championship. This one is meeting the Canadian and African American quota on this show. Ethan Page defending against Evans, against Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix, a fatal 4-way match.
You know what I said when I thought when I thought when they fired R-Truth, I said it's like, oh, they must have too many black guys on the show. It's like, oh, we gotta get rid of one of them. We gotta get rid of one.
Get rid of the oldest one, right? So yeah.
What? Triple H has never been accused of being racist.
Oh,
clearly you don't listen to MVP. I'm kidding. I know you're.
This might be the best ring name for you, Mike. Just the
that's good.
It's not bad, but I don't think I shared on here. Last year in a calculus project at the end of the year, I make them make superheroes. And I have this really cool one. Let me see if I can bring it up while y'all are talking.
Just saying, if you ever get like an apprentice, you can call him the derivative.
That's actually not bad either.
My finisher was dividing by 0. So.
Oh, nice. Nice. It's so awesome, you just never see it. You just don't see it coming. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's impossible to perceive.
It's impossible to see.
That's what she said.
Literally, think about out of nowhere. It's worse than that. All right. Anyway, Mike, we'll start with you. Who are you picking on this one?
What are we picking again? Hold
The
on.
NXT North American title.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go on a limb and say, hopefully they do something wise. I'm going to go with Ray Phoenix.
Okay.
Right? That dude is taking losses right off his introduction. The NXT North American title might just be a way to get him something, give him some time to have some cool ass matches with people down in NXT and not just waste him when you brought him in with what should have been bigger fanfare.
Agreed. But I'm with you on that, but I'm thinking Laredo Kid. Just to shock everybody. The funny part is I feel like if Laredo Kid and Ray Phoenix win, they're just going to put it back on somebody when they get back to NXT. I'm afraid of that right now. But I think Laredo Kid would be a surprise. He got a pretty good pop when he showed up at NXT to announce this match. So that'd be pretty wild, So, Tommy, what about you?
And you know what's funny? I'm torn between the two picks you guys made. Like legitimately,
Okay.
I've been sitting here like I sure as hell wasn't picking Ethan Page. I don't think Javon Evans is ready yet.
Or is he?
Is he?
He's almost there, but not yet.
All right.
I'm gonna go Ray Phoenix because I'm sick of them screwing him over because it's like because okay, what about somebody else they brought a lot of fanfare going in and then did nothing with it? Ray Phoenix.
I was like, you have a lot of names there you can choose from.
I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like okay. I'm not even gonna harp on this because I do it all the time about the whole AWW thing. So I'm not gonna harp on it. I'm just saying that I brought him all
He
this
did, in
fanfare.
fact, harp on it. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I don't want to say it no more because
Go for it.
it just okay. Long story short, all the fanfare, and then they just they did nothing. Even at WrestleMania, the whole Chad Gable Grand whatever Americana whatever thing stuff. It's whatever.
Yeah. All right.
It's whatever.
All right.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all
On
good.
to the
I do
AAA.
do it a lot, so that's fair.
The AAA Mega Championship.
Which they spoiled this ending so fast.
They are dumb, yes.
Hijo del Vikingo defending against Chad Gable. You all right there, Tommy?
That's how I'm sorry. It's how they spoiled this. Because when they booked this match, Vikingo wasn't champion.
Yeah. And then he beat Alberto Del Rio because...
But they announced it as a title match before that. Before the show even happened.
But you know what? If you're going to ruin it, at least you beat Alberto Del Rio. So.
Yeah, because you know damn well Del Rio was not going to be showing up on a WWE event. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he's on the way out right now with AAA since they bought him. So
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm going with Vikingo to retain here. Tommy, what about you?
Yes, he damn well better. If freaking Vikingo. Let me stop.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, what about you?
Vikingo.
If you're just joining us, Tommy's really been distraught ever since R-Truth is released, and he's just been, it's affected every part of his day life. Yeah, so
you have no idea.
He's in counseling right now. He's getting help. This is part of his therapy.
I know, but it's not helping so far. I mean, maybe it is in the long run, but right now it's not helping.
Yeah, so we're working on it. So, All right. Well, Worlds Collide is Saturday, June 7th, 2 p.m. Central Time from the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. And will be free. If you got YouTube, go to YouTube, find the WWE channel. It'll be streamed live on the WWE YouTube channel. Just choose your audio, English or Spanish. Yeah. So, and that's how you can watch it. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy for them to be doing a live show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Tommy needs a hug.
Probably.
Tommy needs a hug. All right.
And then
happening
who would take that job for.
Happening later that night, right down the road in Inglewood, is Money in the Bank. 4 matches on the card for this one. Oh, granted, 2 of them are Money in the Bank matches. There is always the slight chance that they add one on SmackDown this Friday. We'll wait.
And take away precious ad time? I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, I know. So. First one, we'll talk about Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. This one pretty much got announced was part of Saturday night's main event. Really taking away any shot people thought that we would get Cena versus CM Punk. A lot of people were hoping to get that at Money in the Bank title match. Yeah, some people were actually pushing for that online when they were.
No, that's not what I was shocked
Yeah.
about. I was shocked about Angel being nice to Tommy.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off too. Yeah.
Let me see. I missed that.
Wow. I must really look bad because
Yeah.
And mean comment in 3, 2,
3, 2.
No!
Yeah. Sean's going with.
real quick, Tay Mello just came back at
nice.
AW.
Oh,
She
okay.
attacked Megan Bain.
Ooh,
Looks like
risky.
Sean is going with Uso and Rhodes on this one. Mike, what about you?
Yes, I hope so. So just so we're clear, do y'all remember after WrestleMania when Cena did some promo about this is the number of days I have left on my contract?
Yes.
And this is one of the things we wasted it on. Teaming up with Logan Paul in a tag match. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Rhodes and Uso, I hope.
Same for me. I pretty sure Logan Paul's going to take the pin on this one as well. Tommy, what about you?
You must be out your damn mind if you think I'm picking Cena and Logan Paul in this freaking match. You know I'm picking Rhodes and Uso. I don't care.
I
I
mean,
don't give a damn if it was John Cena, Logan Paul, and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and one-legged Jey Uso. I would still pick Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso because the other team has Logan Paul on it.
All right.
Also, this is an interesting case study in like how to ruin the last year of a wrestler's career and like
Bruh!
not make it interesting.
Facts! Dude.
We could just be writing a book about this. You know.
Sting
Like-
had a glorious final year.
Yeah.
A
Now, granted,
glorious final year.
It was like 20 years later than where Cena's at, but no, you're right. It was glorious. Also, on a small thing, remember when Cody kicked out of like 19 spears and Superman punches and
Yeah.
and now he's like getting beat by like nut shots and a belt to the head?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to add. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Steady, no one's staying tuned for that because no one cares.
Say,
But,
if that
I
happens,
mean, it is in California. There's a chance The Rock shows up. You never know.
if that happens, just throw the whole promotion away at this point.
Yeah.
Because honestly, everyone saying AEW is WCW in the year 2000. No, WWE right now is WCW.
because he also won't know what storyline he's supposed to be a part of. Is he friends with Rhodes again? Is he looking for his soul? Is he TKO chairman or board member Rock? Is he final boss? Like he'll be so confused.
Yeah, that's why he does this to check his notes. All right.
Whoa, that was good.
Thank Women's Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria defends against Becky Lynch. This is a last chance match for Becky Lynch. If she loses, she cannot challenge for the title as long as Valkyria is champion. However, if Lyra Valkyria loses, she will be forced to raise Becky Lynch's hand and acknowledge Becky as the better woman. Acknowledge Becky Lynch as her tribal chief. It's all there. I swear to God, if Becky Lynch wins this, she needs to come out with Roman Reigns' thong with the Ulufala.
With the
everything like
song,
that.
what?
No, his song. I said.
Oh, I heard. Okay, that's not what I heard.
They should remix his song. Come out the Ulufala. Fuck it. Have Paul Heyman come out.
I want to hear an
it.
Irish version of the Bloodlines.
Lots of bagpipes.
Okay. For that reason, I want Becky Lynch to win, but I'm pretty sure Lyra Valkyria is winning this one. So
See, what scares me though is the fact that it's like a last chance. They've had it so many times.
Yeah, that's what makes
Like
this
that
me
scares the crap out of me.
Please
But
don't let it be like a Hornswoggle song. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's just the original song she came out with in NXT when she was Lord of the Dance, Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh, I would love to see her do that shit. Well, I'm gonna go Lyra Valkyria. Tommy, what about you? You really want to see the Becky Lynch bloodline thing, don't you? So.
I mean, I kind of do now that you said that. Damn it, steady.
She steady headed too. I'm just saying.
My bad.
I
Throwback.
I feel like it is going to be Becky though. I can't lie. I feel like
Okay.
I don't know why. Well, I feel like it's a terrible idea. I feel like they should let Lyra win, but I feel like they won't. So I feel like Becky's going to win.
All right, Mike. What about you?
I'm gonna go with Lyra. That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay. Swear to God, Becky, we better get Bloodline Becky. Oh my God,
Bloodline Becky.
that would be badass.
That would make sense. So pissed. Like,
Yeah.
really? Of all the factions she could join?
Or at least come out to Sheamus's old music.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Help! I can hear an Irish jig mix. Somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. I swear to God.
And you wear your cowardice well.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
All right, Money in the Bank ladder match.
That's all did slap though. Sorry.
Yeah.
Back into the Real Rumble. This one's so hard to predict. Every year. For who we got on the women's side of things: Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vauquer. Stephanie working double duty that day. Mike, who do you think is winning or is claiming the briefcase?
I'm gonna go out on a limb because I feel like it's always good to have a heel with that briefcase, and you could hold on to it for a while and build some stuff. So I'm actually gonna go with Roxanne Perez.
All right,
Because I think it could also throw some interesting twist into the Judgment Day stuff.
Yeah.
If she has that.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Too many lives.
Too many lives.
Too many lives.
Especially because was it Finn to kind of call that out for Livs? Like that's the plan, you know. She wins, she gets the title, brings the gold back, whatever, you know. Tina, I'm pretty sure I didn't get her picks, but I know she's going to pick Roxanne Perez, the Laredo connection on that one. So I'm just going to write her name down here. I actually am going to go with Roxanne as well. I think, obviously she's not going to cash in that night. I wouldn't think. There's no match to worry about.
I think there's a better story to play it out if she does.
Yes, for sure. But just kind of the way WWE's been very high on her character, high on her ability. They're really kind of from the jump. They've really kind of fast tracked how popular she is, how great she is. So I think this is going to push that as well. Tommy, what about you?
Actually, I'm going Naomi.
Okay.
Because of the story she's been on, so I feel like they're gonna have her be like the one who wins the belt, and then have maybe Jade beat her for it at some point. So I'm going Naomi. And sorry for me laughing earlier on AEW. Ricochet came out. He came out wearing a coat from One Piece. It's one of the main bad guys wear. It's like I was like, he is fully going into this, and I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm going Naomi. I feel like that's like her unhinged level of character is like going to do all this stuff, and then it's going to be like her and Jade, you know, because like maybe Naomi will cash in that night, and maybe SummerSlam her and Jade, or I don't know.
Are we all a little racially biased?
Right now, I am. Yes.
No, all of us, not just you. Because me and JC also chose Roxanne, like literal Hispanic from Laredo.
Okay,
so.
You know what? Here's the thing.
First of all, I would have agreed with you if Tommy had picked Javon Evans in the previous show, but he didn't.
Fair.
So
that's a good point.
But I did pick Ray Phoenix because I'm from San Antonio, so you know, I've been around Hispanic people as much as I've been around Black people my entire life.
That's fair.
Some more Tommy Laura, Mike. For her first major crush, she was Hispanic.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me at all. It's San Antonio. Also, Bernsey is going to multiple outlets to see if you need a hug, bro.
I know.
That's because Bernsey's a real one, dude.
Exactly.
Yes, Bernsey, and I accept.
Make sure you comment on the other Facebook feed too while you're at it.
But also after what they did to R-Truth, you know what? If they're gonna be biased against black folks, I'm gonna be biased for them. Screw it, Naomi. Matter of fact, Naomi because she's black. That's the reason I'm picking her. Get over it.
Dude. Y'all about to rise up here. Jason Knight's picking Naomi. Burnsy's picking Naomi. Sean's going with Alexa. Yeah. So what? What I say?
Yeah, actually things have changed because JC didn't pick Alexa. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't think she needs it right now. I'm just kind of, it's up in the air with the whole Wyatt 6 thing. Yeah. And
one of the few good things they're doing right now, and I will acknowledge this. I would acknowledge this one of the few good things they're doing right now.
Now, if she wins it and the Wyatt 6 hold the briefcase, oh boy.
Hold on. Have they done anything since they showed up on Bray's birthday?
No, well, they showed up again and beat up the tag team division again.
So obviously Alexa's not officially in that, but that seems to be where the storyline is going, where they got to move into that. Yeah. And would love to see it. I mean, it's between that, but I'm going with Roxanne because of the way they have really fast-tracked her career in WWE, especially too main roster-wise. So, all right, and finally the men's Money in the Bank: Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, Andrade, and El Grande Americano are the participants in this match. Tommy, give us a reason why you think El Grande Americano is going to win this.
I would rather cut off my pinky finger than pick him. Not saying that they might not do something stupid and have him win. He just might. I said not saying they won't do something stupid and let him win, but instead of picking, I'd rather cut him pinky finger. No. Yeah. Okay. And by the way, I feel like the only reason Andrade is in this match is because the AAA thing is happening that same day. Because I'm convinced they forgot he still worked there. Yeah. I'm convinced they forgot he still worked there. And to pick this, I don't know. I know who I would like to win. I know who would probably make sense to win. So I'm going to say Solo Sikoa because that's neither of those things I just said.
All right. Mike, what about you?
I'm going with Andrade. No, I can't say that with a straight face. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was actually going to give you props if you actually were able to get through that all the way through. Seriously.
I'm going to go with another person who at least has a Hispanic last name in real life. I'm going with Seth Rollins. He does.
That's true. I was like, Chad Gable? That's no, never mind.
Chad Gable?
Chad Gable?
Chad Gable!
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rollins because clearly with the story of him right now being like the guy, then imagine having the briefcase with Bronson and Breaker next to him.
Ooh.
Yeah. You mean Jeff Cobb, not Bronson Reed? So.
No, Cobb is with Solo.
Oh, okay.
Bronson Reed is with Seth. Yeah.
That's right. That makes
Don't be racist. They're not the same. I'm just kidding.
That was a dream tag team for us.
No, it was years ago.
I have this idea that they'll both get fed up with their respective factions and then just join forces and be like, you know what? Screw all of them. Let's just beat up everybody.
And then you know what?
And to go challenge the tag.
No, you know what? Then you go to AEW and face the Hurt Syndicate. How about that? Lashley and Shelton versus Rock Island.
Okay, this would be so an R-Truth thing if he just showed up in the briefcase. That would so be an R-Truth. And my God, I would love to see it.
Well, I mean, just to even it out, doesn't he have to show up and start throwing people over the top rope?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Thinking it's a Rumble.
That's true. He's going to return as a surprise entrant or something like that. Ever since like this, we got the qualifying names and everything. I've been looking at this. And I've been, I was like, I don't know. But one name always came back to me, Solo Sikoa. I feel like that's where they're going to go with this one. Having him hold the briefcase, having his guys kind of protect it. Especially with the whole Jacob Fatu thing, because I know obviously that it's for a world title shot, but haven't they at some point at least put
for any title shot?
Any title. So could Jacob Fatu be looking over his shoulder at it? Now, granted, we would waste if he did that, obviously, but. I feel like it's going to go to Sikoa, so that's where I'm going with this one. So Sikoa getting the briefcase. So, yeah. Birdie, like, what? So. Geez.
I'm like literally the only thing I'd be surprised about is literally if Andrade was the one who won it.
Yeah.
Look, when Andrade won the match to get in this, I was like, first of all, y'all didn't have him on speed this week. Secondly, y'all let him win a match. Thirdly, he gets to be on the pay-per-view.
Oh my god. Well, they're gonna have speed on Worlds Collide. They're gonna call it Rapido.
Sean, that actually may be what happens.
Did you say Rapido?
Rapido. WWE AAA Rapido and WWE Speed. They're gonna be the next Worlds Collide. All right. Sean's picking Penta. Jason says Seth Rollins. My bad. This is on me. There might be some spiders on the ladder. There might. I remember that promo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I don't remember what movie that's from, where someone's talking about the movie Speed in Spanish, or like in Mexico or whatever, and he's like, it should have been called that. In fact, it was just called El Speed.
It's Speed.
Oh wait, I think I do.
What is that from? I don't know.
I think I did hear that.
Process it in the back. It'll come to us sometime.
Yeah, eventually. All right. Money in the Bank is Saturday, June 7th, 6 p.m. Central Time from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, exclusively on Peacock or Netflix everywhere else in the world, Peacock in the United States. So, all right. Guys, with that, it's time to move into our 1-minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have something this week?
I do, and I'm going to have to share my screen for this.
Oh, boy. Okay. We'll wait for it then.
All right, so let's see.
Let me hide this so it shows up better.
So, do y'all see it?
Oh, yeah. You bringing that back?
Ah, I see it. Yeah.
So, I don't remember if I've shared this before, but this is the coolest I've ever been made to look. This was made by a calculus student last year. And if I was ever to manage the Polygon World Order, this is the look I'm going with. And I am the teacher. I can be the profesor since they're a Spanish group.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than being like the number one mic, this is the coolest thing that's happened to me. So that's what I'm going to go with if I teach that group. And honestly, I need to make this like into like a poster in 8x10.
Yeah,
this is a cool crap. Like if you look up here, they even put like approved by the Comic Code and all that stuff.
Is it bad that I'm sitting here thinking I can do so much with a character like this?
No, do it, dude. Go for it.
I had so many ideas because I already showed this to you before, and I didn't really think of it, but I'm looking at it again. I was like, I could do so much with this character right now.
I'm also just hoping I don't have any like bad files in my drive behind it that you can go into. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
So there you go.
All right. Tommy, you got something this week to follow that up with?
Yeah, I do. Let me just go ahead and do that.
Go for it, sir.
Okay, so it's about what everyone thinks it's about. This is R-Truth stuff because my biggest thing is this. When Valhalla got released, okay, that sucked too, but I kind of got it. She hasn't been on TV in a while. She hasn't been done much with her. Okay, fair enough. Fair play. If you get rid of R-Truth, The Miz, and especially this rumor of Gunther is true, and Carlito, that is 4 acts who were still making you money, still entertaining the crowd, and were still active. That makes no sense, especially since R-Truth, and I can't stress this enough, just main evented Saturday Night's Main Event, literally the week before. If you want to talk a lack of, but even for, and I know what everyone says, oh, it's a business decision. Even from a business standpoint, that makes no sense. There are so many people that you are currently paying that you are doing nothing with. And I'm sorry to say that, and I'm not trying to say anybody else should get fired because I do not want to see any wrestler lose their job ever. It's because I love wrestling. I do not want anyone to ever lose their job. But the fact that you got rid of a dude who was literally just on TV, the fact that you're thinking about getting rid of The Miz, who's one of your biggest media personalities, the fact you're getting rid of Gunther, one of your best wrestlers, getting rid of Carlito, one of your best entertainers, you have got to be smoking the best crack that has ever existed to think this is a good idea, or the worst crack. I don't care. Either way, it's the most mind-altering crack you are on to think this is good idea or good business. You're an idiot. And as bad as Vince McMahon is, and trust me, he is evil, at least business-wise, he made some semblance of sense most of the time. I'll stress most of the time. But this right here is stupid. You freaking morons. I'm good.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh, okay. No, I can't say those words because we're live.
Okay.
So the other thing I just want to piggyback off yours real quick. I'm a fan, And I'm not a board member of TKO. I don't give a crap about it's a business decision or it's smart business. Don't give a shit. All right. I just want to enjoy good wrestling. R-Truth was good wrestling. Carlito was good. Like, it was fun. It was entertaining. Not everything has to be serious. Like, I don't give a crap about, especially again, and I repeat this ad nauseum, after you have spent the last year telling us how much money you make at every show, it's the biggest gate, you've made the most money, don't tell me you need to cut costs then.
Yep.
I hate the excuse of cutting costs when you clearly don't have to. Because if you just bought another promotion that you clearly didn't even need, what was the point of that then? Mm-hmm. If you're cutting costs, what'd you spend all that money on that for? If you're cutting costs, then what was the point of announcing how much you made at the gate for WrestleMania? If you're cutting costs, then you know what? If you're cutting costs, but you're going to be wasting all this other shit, you know what? Eat several dicks, eat a cactus, sit on a chainsaw, and completely fuck all the way off. Get the fuck off my TV screen with this bullshit. Fucking assholes, fucking motherfuckers, fuck this shit, man.
Okay, this
fuck
is
TKO assholes. Fuck their mama, fuck their daddy, fuck them all and their mama. Shit.
I think this may go down as the most
vulgar time has ever been on the show. Yeah.
No, because when I read that news, I was legitimately like not believe like we all were like this has got to be a work. I was legitimately pissed, and I've just been saying
I believe you.
Yeah.
Sorry, JC, my bad.
Look,
anyways, guys, the WrestleCast was a good run, but
I got us banned and kicked off of everything just now.
Yeah. Just to know, you can watch this for free, just like WWE's event this weekend. You know, I could talk about R-Truth. I think we've all said enough about that situation, and so I'm gonna try and bring the mood up here and let's celebrate a little bit of something. And yes, it is TNA related. Did you guys know 21 years ago today, the very first episode of TNA Impact debuted? It has been 21 years that Impact has been on
Fox
the air.
Sports?
Yeah. Or in general, whatever it was before. I don't know if it was Fox.
Are you talking about like the weekly pay-per-views?
No, I think it was the weekly show that was on Fox when they had like the Fox box with the timer and everything.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
it was
21 years ago. Let me see. Where's the tweet? Because they put
that was 2000. That was 2004.
That
was 2004.
In all fairness, Jason, would it surprise you at this point if they released Karrion Kross too?
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Because
21 years ago, first episode on Fox Sports Net. Yes.
Yep,
so in all, since then, 1,089 episodes of Impact, whether it was TNA Impact, Impact Wrestling, or back now to TNA Impact. Pretty amazing stuff. You know, the whole dual entrance, the 6-sided ring. It was unique. And despite everything that has happened, TNA is survived. Let's just say it survived. When they were getting kind of rated for talent, when COVID happened, we wondered if they were going to make it, if ROH was going to make it. A lot of those promotions, they've stuck around through different ownership changes as well. But it's going strong. Obviously, there's a lot of eyes on it right now with the whole Trick Williams holding the title thing. So congrats to everyone involved with TNA Wrestling. Past or present, it is pretty amazing to see another company make this long of a run. For reference, I don't even know if Nitro made it 20 years. Did they?
No. Not even close.
Kind of crazy to think about, right?
Nitro lasted like not even 10 years, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Not even close.
Everyone always talks about WWE versus WCW. WCW never lasts as long as TNA. Let alone Ring of Honor. So
okay, well, hold on.
I'm sorry, the Nitro.
You're saying two different things, right?
Yeah,
the show didn't.
The show itself, the weekly show they try to do, it didn't last as long as Impact is, and it's pretty amazing to see. So.
Well, WCW in terms of the name itself.
That's true. It may not have lasted that long.
If you're talking about what was it, Jim Crockett?
Because what was it, 89 or 90 when it?
It was 89 because it was Jim Crockett Promotions and then NWA.
You're right. Yeah.
But in terms of the name WCW, I think TNA outlasted that.
No,
too.
I think you're right there too.
Yeah, because it was like whenever they took over as WCW up until 2001.
Yeah,
was that when they? Yeah.
So I think you're right.
Also, so WCW was started in 88.
Okay, officially, but still,
okay.
Yeah,
still
doesn't last. Yeah,
I think it's still. I said that's still longer because
It feels like it. But also, Tommy, Angel just messaged me and said that her grandparents heard your rant and she's not allowed to watch the WrestleCast anymore. So, good job there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I am sorry for my rant. I'm not sorry for the reason behind it.
Again.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for time to catch up.
Tommy's in therapy for good reason. He's working with it. He's mourning. He's grieving. There's a lot. These are the stages of it, guys, and we just need to be here and support him as he works through this. Ted, breaking news. Please don't be that they're taking us off the air after Tommy's rant.
I'm not the only one who's cussed on this show. Anyway,
no, but you cussed more in that rant than we have all cussed combined, I think. So
yeah.
Okay, first of all, that's not true. We've been doing the show for like I don't know how many years.
I think it is.
We will. We are. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, cool.
Yeah, obviously, guys.
Yeah,
we all know what's going on.
We knew that 100%. We'll have a big announcement next week.
Yeah,
because we talked about it already.
Is Bailey coming on the show? I don't know. Tune in and find out.
Okay, if that was going to be the thing, Mike would not be able to keep that
Swear
secret.
to God, Ted, if you got R-Truth to come on the show, he's going to think he's on Busted Open Radio and show up here.
I am as big as Bully or Tommy Dreamer. So.
Wow. And my name is Tommy. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Like, Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, look, you can be Dreamer.
All right.
Do you know who I am?
Man, this show was a lot more low budget than I thought it was.
Anyway, events this weekend. TNA Against All Odds, Friday, June 6th, 10 p.m. Central Time from the Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona. Watch exclusively on TNA Plus. On Saturday, we got WWE Worlds Collide at 2 p.m. Central Time for the Kia Forum in Inglewood. That is free on the WWE YouTube channel. And, of course, Money in the Bank, Saturday evening, 6 p.m. Central Time from the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. Watch it on Peacock. You never know. Maybe R-Truth will show up. So, next week, we will be recapping all of those shows and discuss the latest wrestling news out there. See if we get more information on some of the local events that are happening. See if we find out other information on, surprise debuts, R-Truth. Everyone's on R-Truth watch right now.
Is Rhea Ripley coming on the show next week? Who knows?
Yeah.
Find out.
I would be able to keep that secret if that was the case.
We don't know the secret, so find out.
Also, real quick before we go, I'll be at Retro City's Power Rangers Fest this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, doing interviews, getting footage and whatnot. So if you guys are in the area, if you're near Ingram Park Mall, Saturday and Sunday, I think it's from like 11 to 6 both days. Come on up. I'll be around.
All right.
This Friday, I'll be at graduation for my school, and also on Saturday, I'm having a business meeting with Brandon Oliver of River City Wrestling. They're calling it a graduation dinner, but I'm going to give them some ideas. So.
Okay.
Big Mike's the actual next booker of RCW. He just hasn't told everybody. But that's the secret that we're going.
The calculus.
I hope Kelly doesn't like that belt to fight. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this week. Let me see if I'm going to chat that. Okay. Over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
As always, baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
See you next week.